Hello everyone, welcome to Red Snapper. My name's MJ, aka Red Snapper, and today we are reviewing and giving star ratings to leaked cards. The Deadpool and Wolverine season is coming in July, and I'm absolutely buzzing. I think this season looks so good. I think there's some incredible cards, so let's just kick it off with the season pass card, which is believed to be Gwenpool. Now, I should say this is the first leaked cards video that I'm doing, and these stats can and probably will change. Sometimes even abilities change. So, yeah, take everything here with a pinch of salt, but this is my initial impressions. Gwenpool, season pass card. She's a 4/4 with the on reveal. Pick a random card in your hand 4 times. Give +2 power each time. So she's basically giving 8 power to your hand amongst random cards. I just think this is absolute filth. I've given it 5 stars. Just unreal. Some of the synergies here. So let's just propose that the only card you have in your hand is Sebastian Shaw and you've dumped the rest of your hand. Oh, fine. She's adding 16 power to him. Fine. So he comes out as a 320, which is mad. But then on that note, if you are playing a Silver Surfer deck and you've also got Brood, maybe you've got Brood in there. Let's say Brood catches 2 of the 4 times. Brood becomes a 3/6. Oh, that's a 3/18. So yeah, unreal. That's just 2 of the synergies there. There's other incredible cards. There was too many cards to even put in the synergy section. Black Panther. Black Panther gets hit twice. He's a 5/10, comes out at a 5/20. Actually, is that true? He's 5/8, comes out at 5/16 with his on reveal. That's still sick. Iron Man, if he gets tagged once or twice, he's doubling that. Let's say that Iron Man gets tagged twice. He's a 5/4. You play him on Gwenpool's location. It's only those 2 there. 16 power there. Boom. Absolute filth. Let me just have a very quick sip of my drink. By the way, guys, this is incredible, okay? Blonde espresso frappuccino with oat milk, double espresso in there with 2 almond syrup and 2 cinnamon syrup. It's almost a bit Christmassy. I know tis not the season, but anyway, I've put a replacement card here down a Forge, but honestly, there's not really a replacement to Gwenpool. She's incredible. Other synergies, Galactus. Let's say you're playing a deck with like Wasp, Yellow Jacket, and other 1-cost cards. You dump your entire hand. You make sure the only thing in there is Galactus. You play Wong on 4, Gwenpool on 5. Galactus is 20 power. Or actually, 20? No, he's 21. He's 21, right? 8, 16, yeah, 21. 21 power Galactus. That's unreal. But it's not even talking about, I think, maybe you play like Magic, and then you play Gwenpool into Nimrod. It's another way to get power into Nimrod. Let's say you're playing a Zoo deck. You've just added loads of random power to Martyr, Shanna, mate. I just, she's so fun. Yeah, incredible. Get the season pass, 100%. Releasing alongside Gwenpool in that first week is Hydra Bob. I've given Hydra Bob 4 stars. He's a 2/5 and has the ability, after each turn, move to another location if you're losing here. Now, this can be a hard one to evaluate and think about what actually happens, but this is already an overstatted card. So you basically put power into one location. If your opponent then starts to chase that location, Hydra Bob will move away to another location, and you're almost like, are you going to be winning the other location? Like, this seems so good. This is almost like a proxy Captain Marvel. This seems so cool to me. I think it's going to be a really interesting move card. I think it's going to be particularly interesting. Like, there's going to be weird, janky things like you can do. Like later in the game, if you have got Craven somewhere, you could play Hydra Bob into a losing or play Hydra Bob somewhere, pull it into a losing location with Ghost Spider, and then it will move back out and maybe it will ping off your Craven. It will enable your Miles, so there'll be some weird move stuff there. But I just think this is fascinating. Oh, the stat line's obviously really good. It's the Silk stat line, the Lizard stat line. Silk, quite similar to Silk. I've obviously suggested Silk as the replacement card here. Is it better than Silk? I think it probably is, because there is that element of like the Captain Marvel nature to it. It's going to be such a weird one to play. This is one of the harder ones to evaluate, but I can tell you that I love it. I've given it 4 stars because I love the sound of it. I love the stat line. I love the power. It's almost the opposite of Martyr. I don't know why I'm saying that. Is that even true? It's probably not even really that true. But yeah, I love the look of it. Craven. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try and pop off with Craven and Hydra Bob. Love it. I hope to get this. We'll see. The next week is Ajax. This is a character I'm not super familiar with. I understand it's basically Deadpool's arch enemy though. Or Deadpool doesn't have an arch enemy, but like Ajax is one of them or something. Anyway, he's a 4/4 with the ongoing ability +1 power for each card in play afflicted with negative power. This is pretty unique. That's why I haven't got any kind of replacement card. I can't possibly imagine, like, there's nothing that does what this guy does. So the synergies are Spider-Woman. If you can hit Spider-Woman a full location, maybe you've got a bit of clog going on, and if you hit Spider-Woman on a full location, maybe you've done like White Widow, Debris, maybe you can Viper, hit the full location. This is immediately +4 to Ajax, which is 4/8. Sorry, I just catch myself vacantly looking at the screen. My maths is just terrible. By the way, subscribe. What are you doing if you're not subscribed to this channel by now? Are you not enjoying this video? You may well not be. So yeah, apologies if you're not. But if you are, please subscribe. So yeah, that immediately makes Ajax a 4/8, which is wild. But then maybe on the final turn, you could bust out US Agent and Man-Thing. Your Ajax goes absolutely colossal in one location. And do you know what? That's not even to say, this triggers off of your own cards as well. Could you actually use that to your advantage somehow? I don't know. Anyway, it's just he seems very strong. I've given him 4 stars. I unfortunately won't be going for him. I won't be able to. My spotlight plan is geared towards saving quite a lot of caches now because there's loads of Spider-Man and symbiote characters coming towards the end of the year. So whilst I'd like Ajax, yeah, I guess his other downside is that Luke Cage is just going to get stronger and stronger with all these affliction-based cards coming out. Luke Cage stocks are going to go up. So that being said, I still think Ajax is great and almost like a flavour of Dark Hawk to him, with the sort of like gaining power off of your disruption that you're causing. Right, then we move on to Copycat. This, I think, genuinely, I think this could be the best card of the month. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get her, but I just think she's incredible. I've given her 5 stars. She's a 3/5 with the ability, when you draw this, steal the text from the bottom card of your opponent's deck. So there's lots of stuff going on here. First and foremost, this ability triggers when you draw, which just means it's a free ability. A bit like Uatu, who can view the locations. Similar in that way, because that is also an ability that triggers without you having to do anything other than put the card in your deck. The difference between this and Uatu is, first of all, the stats are good. It's a 3/5. It's just good stats. Second of all, how valuable is it when you play Cable and you learn the information? So you get the resource of the actual card from their deck, but you also get the information that they no longer have that card, and it gives you that snap equity, the ability to snap based on the information that you know that they don't. Now, admittedly, this is a leaked card. We don't know exactly how it's going to work. We don't know if Copycat is going to reveal to both players, so there is that element to it. However, the other thing about this is that it says you steal the text. So that, to me, says that the card that they're left with doesn't have any text. So first and foremost, if they have any way of getting through their deck and they actually get to the card, it's not going to be worth anything. Which makes me also think you might want to run this with things like Korg and Rockslide and Darkhawk. So you're killing a card in their deck, stealing its power and its ability, and then you're shuffling their deck and they have a higher chance of drawing the card that you afflicted for free. You didn't even play the card to get that ability. That's just absolutely outrageous. She seems so good. And then on top of all of that, on top of all of those positives, you then have a 3/5 that will almost certainly be a really, really good card. Like, your opponent doesn't put bad cards in their deck, right? They run good cards. So you've just stolen a good ability. Hell, you could have just stolen something like Iron Man, and you've now got a 3/10 that is doubling any other power at your location. Like, I think she's absolutely extraordinary. Yeah, I want her. Again, don't know how I'm going to... I didn't even talk about the synergies. I mean, I put Silver Surfer. She's just a free cost. I put Crystal because if you have a card in your deck whose ability triggers if you just draw it, it makes drawing cards more valuable. And so Crystal makes more sense in playing alongside Copycat than most other cards. So very interesting. And there's no replacement for this card. I mean, maybe Cable, but no. Moving on to the final card of the season. It's Cassandra Nova. She's a 3/1 with the ability, on reveal, drain 1 power from each card in your opponent's deck. And the unwritten information here that data miners have found, I saw this on Discord, all those awesome data miners who find this information, they confirmed that it actually adds the power to Cassandra Nova. So she, I don't know if drain is this new keyword, but maybe it's this like vampire style effect. Bit like in Magic the Gathering, like, what's it called? Lifelink in Magic the Gathering, or Steal Energy in HeroClix. There's a similar ability in lots of different collectible games. But where you take power from the opponent and you give it to yourself. So she does that. So I've given her 4 stars. I think she's very, very strong. But I'm interested to see just how she works. Now, I have put synergies down here with High Evo, Abomination and Ajax. But we don't 100% know if the power that she drains is technically Affliction. I do wonder if she just permanently decreases their power, in which case it wouldn't show up as a negative, it would just be their new permanent power. It'd be interesting to see. I don't know. Feel free to speculate in the comments. But yeah, let's say you do play it on turn 3. They have drawn out 3, 4, 5, 6 of their cards, so they've got 6 left in deck. So you steal 6 collective power, and she becomes a 3/7, which is, just as a 3/7, is extremely strong. And when they happen to play out those remaining cards, they're, each card that they play, you benefit further because more of that disruption that you've caused them is crystallized. So why haven't I given her 5 stars? Don't know, to be honest. Maybe I should have. Yeah, I think there's a few unknowns with Cassandra Nova. There's the Luke Cage question. There's the Affliction question. Well, I guess that's really the same question, isn't it? Is Luke Cage gonna prevent her? Also, she can be Shadow Kinged, so I think Shadow King is going to inevitably get stronger. That being said, she seems like a very, very good card indeed. Not the most interesting to me personally. Like, doesn't seem wildly fun to me, but she certainly seems very strong. So yes, that is the end of the Deadpool and Wolverine season. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.